Guys, welcome to another Datamine video. In this video we're going to talk about Datamine and really Datamine data from Animal Crossing New Horizons, which are pointing to things that could very well come in a DLC. If not in a DLC, it looks like they have years of content planned that will come in free updates, but that doesn't seem likely, guys. Most likely it does seem like DLC, so let's have a look. Now, one guy over on Twitter did do a lot of data mining to find all this, and these are just some of the images which are obviously hard for us to digest. That's just a part of it. He's covering a lot of this. The guy himself is Ninji. Here he is. That's him over on Twitter at _Ninji, if anyone is interested in following over there. I should do that too myself. I'll drop that. Guys, for the purpose of this video and going through all the data, because there is quite a lot, I'm going to do it one by one, and I'm going to show you, or I suppose just presently in the game, so going through a list of all the things that have been found out. Keep in mind now, not all of this is going to be, or has been confirmed to be added into the game. However, the fact that these features are mentioned and found in the game already does suggest that they're going to come eventually. I mean, Nintendo are going to want to use at least most of them. First thing is about the museum, guys. As you guys know, there have been updates for the museum, but it looks like there's going to be 2 extra updates. This is going to include an art section, if it is correct, guys. And if they do decide to implement it, we are going to have an art section on all 3 levels. There's also 2 standalone buildings, which some of you may have heard from before quite a while ago, which is of course the museum shop and the museum cafe. And in the cafe there's going to be a gyroid section. As for where this is going to go, we don't really know, but it very well could have a 3rd floor added to it, because as you know, the left and right side and the downstairs floor are all very compact with, well, their displays of fish and bugs and fossils. My idea is that they could be added to a 3rd floor, because at the moment there is a 3rd floor here, and why is there a 3rd floor here is the question. I mean, it looks nice to come up here, but there's absolutely no other reason for that at the moment, so yeah, it could be added in the further 2 upgrades. If you thought Tom Nook was a criminal, well, actually you do have Red here, who apparently runs a black market in past games. There's been reference to Red in the data mine, and it looks like he could very well be coming back. Now, specifically where or why he's coming back is still unknown, but I can show you what has been labeled, and this is my island under construction right now. This is my 3-tier Japanese castle, which I'm going to have for my house. What do you think? It's under construction, guys. Let's keep going. So back here, guys, most people will have a secret beach. Now, apparently the reference for Red is he's going to end up docking here in your secret beach in a ship. Connecting to the other discovery about art upgrades in the museum, it looks like the feature for fake art from Red is going to be making a comeback. As some past players might know, you were able to buy fake art from Red in his store, but sometimes they'd be real and get you a new collectible, and sometimes they'd be fake and you'd have wasted a ton of bells. So it looks like that is a feature returning. The reason this seems plausible is, guys, because everybody has this secret beach somewhere along the north shore of their island. Everybody does. So it looks like that is going to be reserved for a new ship dock. Guys, it looks like there's going to be new bushes and vegetables coming to the game. In the patch notes between version 1.0.0 and version 1.1.4, bushes such as azalea, hibiscus, holly, hydrangea, camellia, osmanthus have actually been found in the data. However, one thing that to note about those things is the list of those bushes actually did change as the game updated from 1.0.0 to 1.1.4, so that is definitely not a finalized decision. Furthermore, vegetables, like I mentioned, guys, it looks like we might be getting tomatoes, wheat, sugarcane, potato, carrots, and pumpkin that might be coming to the game where you'll be able to grow them and use them for something. Speaking of food, guys, there's seafood coming to the game. Now, currently there is one item in the game at the moment, and that is this clam, which you can use to make to fish bait. Now, it looks like there's going to be other seafood. There's a seafood Critterpedia that contains 33 items of seafood. As for the seafood Critterpedia, guys, how do you think you're going to go about getting 33 items? Well, looks like, because of this data mine, it looks like diving is going to be making a comeback. Recently, you guys might have seen us being able to clip out of bounds in the water. I was just recently watching Bound Break on Animal Crossing as well, and it appears the water stays static in a particular area for a certain distance from the beach. However, when you go far enough, which he's about to do, it actually becomes a square of water that follows your character around. So so looks like you can just run for infinity, and you can see the square there following it like this. And yeah, that only applies after you get far enough out, so it looks like there is some space after the beach where you will be able to dive. It does appear that this diving mechanic specifically is reserved or has a file for saving items that you collect, including seaweed, separate from the fish encyclopedia. That ties in perfectly with the new seafood Critterpedia that we're expecting to get 33 items from. As for Nook's Cranny, guys, you probably know that you can upgrade this store to a second tier, and actually it looks like the Datamine has found that there's going to be a third tier. However, no information on what's going to come with that third tier and what are the requirements to upgrade it. It would definitely make sense if we are going to be getting another museum upgrade as well. In the Datamine, text from a play report was also discovered to show us 3 things: get recipe DIY, get recipe clothing, get recipe cooking. So it looks like cooking might be a feature getting added to the game, which also ties in with all the other things that we've been talking about earlier, the Critterpedia for the seafood stuff and all that stuff. There's a lot of things that tie in. Now the beauty of all these things from the Datamine is a lot of these are separate, making the features that connect to it seem much bigger, and that means the high chance that they are going to be added to the game eventually. Actually, it looks like DIY for clothing may be able to come into the game too, where you'll be able to make your own clothes. I'm not so sure about that one because it looks like we can just design our own clothes anyway as it stands, so that is possibly something they'll just scrap later on just to save time, money and effort. However, the cooking is totally new, so we could still hold on to that. Since update 1.1, it looks like there's been reference to a brand new building that wasn't in the original Datamine for the vanilla version, and that is a building, an office. It looks like they could have started work on an office building. So keep in mind, guys, when you're designing your island, to make sure you have some space in the city for an office. We don't know if they're going to be adding the office yet, but I am looking forward to the fruit and vegetables. I already have my farm laid out, ready to go. I just need to plant some things. As for those vegetables, guys, it looks like they could very well be a definite feature coming, because it seems like through the updates, their names, the names they had for the vegetables that I listed earlier actually just changed. They didn't get removed, the names changed. So it looks like that could very well be coming. Well, that's really it, guys. That's the Datamine for Animal Crossing New Horizons. What did you make of that? Or what are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments, because I'm pretty excited for some of that. I was actually hoping for rice. I was trying to make rice patties, but there's nothing. I'm going to have to make do with hyacinths. And we will get that. we will do that. That's okay. But my island is coming together, guys. I can't wait to show you everything once it's finished. There's so much to do still. And so far, I've gotten some of the main features, like the 3-tier Japanese castle finished. I just need to move my house up there and design the top part. That's it. I got my volcano, which you didn't get to see, and all the other stuff. So guys, I'll see you around for other future Animal Crossing videos, or Pokemon if you are into that, because that is mainly what I do. And thanks for coming, everybody. If you are new, do drop a sub, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye.